In this installment, we're creating monsters. Hi, this is Chris from Canine Solutions Training Services. I wanted to talk to you today about pampering your dog. Now, what do I mean by pampering? I don't mean that you're painting the nails and you're putting on pants and dresses and tiaras and booties for the dog. If you do, you're a freak. What can I tell you? What I'm talking about is pampering the dog by giving it everything it wants. Dogs were bred to serve people. And when people start serving dogs completely, dogs take complete advantage of it. In this video, you're going to see a woman brought a Doberman to me. This Doberman has been given everything it wants. Pampered. What do you need, baby? What do you want, baby? The owner has no reliable obedience commands for the dog. So the pack order's out of order here, and this dog's biting. In fact, this dog has bit the owner in the face. That's why she's here. As you'll see, first thing you're going to see in the video is my daughter walk into the evaluation. She has no idea what's going on, and she gets bitten in the side. That's where we start things. A woman from FedEx came up and decided to drop off a package. The Doberman went out, bit her very badly, and she was taken away in an ambulance. That's when she decided to bring the dog back and decided that she wanted training. Now, there's a lot of people out there that say, well, if the dog bit my daughter, I'd put it to sleep. If the dog bit me in the face, I'd put it to sleep. If the dog bit a UPS person, I'd put it to sleep. That's fine, fair enough. If you want to do that, it's your dog, do it. But that dog wasn't born this way. That dog learned these behaviors through a permissive owner who did not want to put rules on the dog, did not want to make the dog even remotely uncomfortable. Most people don't ask what's going on at home. So taking the time to understand what's going on at home and seeing how the human perceives its dog and how the dog perceives its human, it's critical. I mean, I think that's the ball game if you really want to get it straight. But most people don't understand that, and most trainers don't understand that. What we do here is deep. It really is. It's deep. It sounds corny, it sounds weird, but it's deep. I require a lot from my students, and you'll see that in this video. Take a look at the video, tell me what you think, and I'll be back at the end and we'll chit-chat about it a little more. It's a very bad time to be a dog, in this country at least, because people think they should pamper the piss out of them. Here, take them to a dog park, take them to a daycare, purely positive training. Here's a cookie for farting, here's a cookie for breathing.
It's true.
And so now what happens is the dog starts to go, monkey, open the door, you open it. Monkey, throw the ball, you throw it. Monkey, rub my ass, you do it.
Couch,
yeah, monkey, let's go. I need something done, right? And so that's why it's a shitty time to be a dog, because everybody's killing them with kindness. All the dogs at the shelters, this is not good with men. I don't care what breed it is. I don't care. There's all breeds there.
Not good with kids.
Not good with kids. Not good with cars. That's what they are if you don't train them. And let's take a step back. In order to train them, you have to be the teacher. And in order to be the teacher, you have to be respected. Now, putting a correction on a dog is how you get respect. It has to be done at the right time, it has to be done at the right level, and it can never be done in anger. But that's what makes the dog understand, I'm here, and you're here. There's a movement on in this country now, no corrections. If you correct a dog, you are Satan. Okay, I understand there's people who overcorrect and people who correct out of cruelty, but a correction is to guide you back onto the path the right way. We have saved more dogs that bite from being put to sleep, because when a dog bites a person, it's very rarely fatal for the person. It's almost always fatal for the dog. So we're talking about saving his life, because biting's going to get worse. People watch Lady and the Tramp, and they watch Old Yeller, they watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua, Homeward Bound, my God. The Sarah McLachlan commercials.
Oh, yeah.
With the dog in a cage, and then the slow pan, but if you put a bag of marshmallows in that cage,
Yeah.
played that music, and slow pan by, people would send thousands of dollars to get those damn marshmallows out of that cage. It makes me feel terrible. Stop. It's all Hollywood or New York advertising. What's reality is so far away from people in the dog world now. Working dog people understand this because they have a need to have the dog do something. After the Industrial Revolution, we replaced almost every job we had for them. And so they became pets, and they get in trouble.
And they need stuff to
See,
do.
this is a temper tantrums right now. He's staying there because he knows he has to stay there, but he's complaining about it. It's like when I tell my kids to clean their room and they complain about it, but they're doing it. You know.
But think about that. There's people.
I actually never hear this because he's never stressed.
Right, because he gets what he wants.
Yeah.
But there's people who will go, look, if you took 10 seconds of this and put it on YouTube, people would go, look how stressed the dog is. No shit! Because he's never been stressed in his life. Of course he's stressed. But what are we asking him to do? Stay.
Yeah.
He's stressed for stay? It's like Allen Iverson. We're talking about practice. This is nothing. He can't stay because he's 4 feet away from his mama and he's having a mental breakdown. Well, that's how separation anxiety starts.
I would say I take more from the dog than I do from anybody.
And he bit you in the face. What did you do? What did you do right after he bit you in the face?
I ran and locked myself in a room and left him there.
So what did he tell you to do? Leave him alone.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Left him alone.
Who gave the obedience command?
Riley.
And who followed it? When does he do something for you that you need him to do? Now, I know you like it when he comes over and says, rub my ass, you rub his ass, that makes you feel happy. But that's also making him tell you what to do. When you tell him, don't bite people, does he listen?
No.
When you tell him, sit, without the collars on, does he listen?
No.
When you tell him, come, without some benefit to him, does he listen? Does he ever put his mind aside
For me.
for you?
No.
So then he's not trained. And that's the problem. What people are doing is raising dogs to 22 months and never ever letting them know that the human is in charge. So now when the dog comes in and I say I'm going to take charge, the dog's going to try to bite me or my daughter or my staff, and I'm going to make an appropriate, fair correction. Did I get mad?
No.
And he bit my daughter. Did I lose my shit? I said, don't worry about it. It's not a bad bite. It's just a dominance bite. We'll take care of it, right? But I'm trying to save his life because he's going to die. Is that correct? If he keeps biting people? Yeah. So a correction for behavior that's escalated out of control is absolutely necessary. But people don't want to do that nowadays. They think it's mean. Well, I think it's mean to put them to sleep when you don't have to. I think it's mean to let them get that way in the first place. And so what I do is take the dog and we say, your pack order's out of order. That's the first thing we're going to do. Now you have a harder time with that because he thinks you're a doormat. I don't have history. My history is 100% me, right? Before he learns to work with you, he has to learn to work for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So his brain is in self. He thinks of him selfishly. How was he raised? To think selfishly. What do you want, baby? What do you need, baby? The byproduct of that is a dog taking those messages and saying, I'm in charge. I call it created alpha. He's not an alpha. He's a created alpha. And that's the problem. What you need, just like every dog in the world, their mind needs to be in service, not self. You're his grandmama. You give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So watch. I'm going to walk through him instead of around him. You see, I'm not mad at him.
No.
He just bit my daughter, and I'm not mad at him, right? Sit. Hear it? Do you hear it?
Yeah.
Down. we're working on respect here. The obedience is there. There's no respect. And when there's no respect, you cannot have obedience.
Okay.
So if my daughter walked in now, do you think that he would bite her?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I bet your ass he won't. I probably can't get her to do it again.
No, I don't want her to do it again, please.
I got
It's a very disturbing to
What?
me.
I'll do it.
Yeah, she'll do it.
No.
No, she's good. I
No,
got 3
no,
kids.
no.
Don't worry about it. You're fine.
They've been raised with.
Watch. And now come in. Why doesn't he move?
Because he respects you.
Because it's my house. Whose house is it at your house?
His house.
When it's my house, he doesn't exhibit those behaviors, does he?
No.
When it's his house, he does. What did I do to him?
Just gave him a correction.
Oh, yeah, not bad. I just told him that he can't do something. He's got free run of the house. He goes to the beach. You do everything to make him happy. What does he do to make you happy? He exists. If this was someone else's dog, you'd be screaming at him.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you love him. Why? Because he bites kids? Because he's disobedient? Because he's aggressive to
No,
people?
because he really is very sweet when
Is
it's
he sweet?
when it's one-on-one.
No, he bit you in the face one-on-one.
When you're doing everything he wants, he's sweet.
Well, I'm sweet as pie when you give me what I want. And that's the other thing. Nobody wants to see a dog stressed.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to handle stress. Teaching a dog how to handle stress requires the dog to be in appropriate stress. But all the training methods, the daycare, everything, everybody's like exercise, exercise, exercise. They need to learn how to have a stress inoculation. And then they know that that situation's not scary.
Right.
He's never had that.
No,
He handles it by being violent because he doesn't know how to handle stress. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I don't understand how you teach him how to handle stress.
Oh, I just did.
You just
Listen to him. What's he doing?
I can see it. Why?
Why? Because he's stressed. What's he going to get from it?
Well, but now look.
Nothing. Am I correcting him for stress? No. Deal with it. So let me ask you a question. If you are afraid of flying on a plane, how do I get you over it? We can talk about it. We can go to therapy.
Get on a plane.
Yeah. We can draw some pictures and eat some chips. We'll feel better. Right? But eventually, you're going to have to get your ass on a plane. But people, you can't do that to people. You cannot drag a person onto a plane kicking and screaming. You can't. You can to a dog. The dog says, I don't like it when people come in here. Guess where we're going? We're going to have an army of people coming through the door. And appropriate correction. The correction says to the dog, I give the corrections. You receive the corrections. And the dog gets a picture. Just like the light bulb went off for you,
Yep.
the light bulb will go off for the dog. But he's like, oh, you don't want me to kill people? Why didn't you say so? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Right now, he thinks it's okay.
So that's it. Yeah, I feel passionately about it, and I see it every day. But take a look at your relationship with your dog and how your dog perceives that relationship, not just you. Most people are one-sided about how they perceive the relationship with their dog. If your dog has aggression, definitely, it might be genetic. It often is. It might be medical, that the dog is injured and is trying to communicate to you that it is hurt. But most often, I find anyway, with people that come in here, it's that they're completely lax with the rules. They let the dog do whatever it wants. The dog does not obey them for shit. And they do everything for the dog. It's like a recipe for disaster. So anyway, thanks for watching. Check us out on the web at caninests.com. Like us on Facebook and the Canine Solutions channel on YouTube. Give us a like, share. I want to hear your comments. If you like what you saw, let me know. If you don't like what you saw, let me know. I am always looking for opinions, so please feel free to opinionate. Also, if you're looking for help with your dog, check out caninests.com and give us a call.